Did you know only 1% of the world can solve a Rubik's Cube?
Do you want to be part of that 1%?
By the end of this video, you would have solved a Rubik's Cube.
Trust me, if I can do it, you can do it.
We are the Four Faith family. This is my beautiful wife, Shawnary. That's my beautiful daughter, Zione. And that's my son, Luca, Lua, Jeremiah, Korf.
Luo, not Lua. Luca Lua.
We are going to show you not just how to solve a Rubik's Cube, but we are also going to show you how to find your identity while solving it. In the beginning, God created everything. Everything was created on a specific day for a specific purpose. And man was God's masterpiece. Then the devil came and he deceived man, and chaos happened. The world fell into chaos because when you believe what the devil says about you, you will be confused and your identity will be taken from you. But if you trust God's word and process, your identity will be given back to you. So what I discovered was this. The first step of solving the Rubik's Cube is called the cross. But before we get to the cross, there's what we call the daisy. Check this out.
And
Never gonna have to wonder ever again whether God loves you or not. Yes, He loves you. Yes, He loves you. Yes, He loves you. Yes, He loves you. How do we know He loves you? We align with His love. There is a white cross. So, how many of you remember what happened on the cross? I'm going to teach you the steps, the 4 steps of what you must learn from what happened on the cross. We start with a cross and then we simply keep it basic. Kids play A, B, C, D. So we need to put the 4 cornerstones into the cross. A is accept what Jesus did for you. The second one is believe what Jesus did for you. Then confess with your mouth what you believe in your heart and decide to walk in His way. Luca? Then something very profound happens. The bottom layer where the cross is the foundation is solved. And as a bonus, the entire first layer is solved. Now something very important happens. Faith, hope, and love. The foundation is love. Now we need to activate hope. And by activating hope, we apply an algorithm.
what the?
Oh my goodness.
Let's keep on going, guys.
And sometimes while we are applying the algorithms, stuff pops and it breaks. But stay focused. Remember, you need faith. But then something else happens. Remember the prayer, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven? Now we do the top cross, the kingdom cross on top. Then there is a cross on top. Now, very important, when we apply the kingdom, we need to apply rule with Jesus. We reign through Christ. We restore people and purposes, and we release heaven on earth by putting in the 4 cornerstones on top. So now the entire top layer is solved. The entire bottom layer is solved where we built the cross. Now we have hope and love, and all that's needed to activate the rest is faith. But we need to remember the algorithm. The algorithm of faith is such an important aspect. Luca, go.
And
Now the entire cube is solved. Hold it up, don't put it down. The entire cube is solved. I taught my daughter how to solve the Rubik's Cube. Then I started teaching my son how to solve the Rubik's Cube, but he was really taking a long time to learn. Then I went to my daughter and said, Zione, my child, please help me to teach Luca to solve the Rubik's Cube. And you just saw how Luca can solve a Rubik's Cube. Then my wife started learning to solve the Rubik's Cube. But then we gave up on her because it wasn't working. And 2 weeks ago, my daughter, who gave up on her mommy, asked Luca to teach her to solve the Rubik's Cube. And with assistance from Zione and Luca, something crazy happened. Shawneri, what happened?
You just have to commit and you can do it.
So Zione, are you ready to teach many people how to solve the Rubik's Cube?
I am.
Okay.
How to solve a Rubik's Cube. Did you know only 1% of the world knows how to solve this? I'm gonna teach you to solve it by the end of this video. Do you believe me? You should, because it will work. So to solve the Rubik's Cube, a lot of people think you solve it side by side. That is not the case. You solve the Rubik's Cube layer by layer. So the first layer is this layer, second layer, and third layer. And that's the way we're gonna solve the Rubik's Cube. 1, 2, 3. Don't think of the stickers as one color. Think of the Rubik's Cube as different pieces revolving around the centers. You may find that the centers never actually move. The white is always opposite from the yellow, the blue is always opposite from the green, and the red is always opposite of the orange. The different pieces in the Rubik's Cube is a corner piece, which is this piece, 1, 2, 3, and the edge piece, 1, 2 colors, and the center piece. Okay, so the first step to solve a Rubik's Cube is the cross. And to get to the cross, you need to go through the daisy. This is the daisy. That's how we're gonna get to the cross. To get the daisy, you need to take the edge pieces with 2 colors, the one with the white, and put the white part of that edge next to the yellow center. The easiest way to do that is to think of the different levels. Get that edge with the white onto the middle layer. For example, here is one white edge, an edge with white on it. It is already on this middle layer. So all you have to do is turn this side up, and it's next to it. Another case you can get is where it's on the bottom, like this, the bottom side. And you can't just turn it up because that's not the right color. But if you put this piece in the middle and turn this side up, it will be next to it. Another case you can get is where it's pointing down on the bottom level. Make sure the top one, you're not replacing this one. See, this one's white, this one's also white. If you turn that twice, you're just replacing them. Make sure the one on the top is empty, put it in the middle, and bring it to the top. Now we're gonna go from this daisy to the cross on the bottom. Take an edge with white on it and look at the other color. In this case, it's orange. So turn this side, the top level, to a center with that same color. Orange, red, wrong. Orange, green, wrong. Orange, orange, correct. Now turn that face twice to be next to the white center on the bottom. Let's do it with the next one. Red, green, wrong. Red, red, correct. Blue, blue, correct. And orange, orange, green, green, green. There you have the white cross. Now the next step is the first layer. To do the first layer, you're gonna need to focus on the corners, the ones with the 3 colors on them. Look at the white part of that, because that white part needs to go next to the cross. So I'm gonna teach you 2 very, very important moves you're gonna use the entire solve. Can I use your solve clues, please? Thank you. Put that aside. It is called a right trigger and a left trigger. A right trigger, 90 degrees up, 90 degrees toward you, and 90 degrees down. That is called a right trigger. Then you will also use a left trigger, which is the same but on the left side. 90 degrees up, 90 degrees towards you, and 90 degrees down. Try your best to memorize that, and that is what you're gonna be using for the first layer. So if you look at this corner piece, you have multiple cases you can get. You can get it at the bottom, like this, at the top, or it can be pointing up on the top level. Let's focus on the most common one, which is pointing outwards on the top level. You're gonna be focusing on one important part, this piece. Here's the white, which goes at the bottom, and the other color on this part is blue. So you're gonna align that with the same color center. Let me show you. This is blue, this is red. That is wrong. Turn it this way. Blue, green, wrong. Blue, orange, wrong. Here. Blue and blue. Because they're next to each other, face that side toward you and do a right trigger. 90 degrees up, 90 degrees toward you, and 90 degrees down. And you will find that corner is on the bottom level. And in between these 2 pieces. Now let's do it with another case. This one. This one is pointing upward. So there's no side color to focus on because they're both the colors that you're gonna use. So we're gonna turn this one to the part we want it in. It is orange, blue, orange center, blue center. Now it's in between these 2. You're gonna use that right trigger again. Right trigger, right trigger, and now it is at the top level. Now we can focus on this color on the side of it. It is orange, white. Where's that orange? Orange, green, wrong, orange, orange. And face that side toward you. It is on the right side, which means a right trigger. 90 degrees up, 90 degrees towards you, and 90 degrees down. If your corner piece happens to be at the bottom, but not aligned with the white center, all you're gonna do is you're gonna have to take that piece out of this section using a right trigger. Right trigger. Now this piece is at the top and it's the same case as before. It's pointing up, so you're gonna go to an empty slot, the one it's supposed to go in, right trigger, and right trigger. Now you take that piece, focus on the other color, it's white, red, 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 and put it in with a right trigger. Find the last one. This one's gonna be this one is a white here, orange here, orange, green, wrong, orange, orange, correct. Now we're facing it left, left trigger, 90 degrees up, 90 degrees toward you, and 90 degrees down. Now you will have the bottom solved and your first layer complete. Now we're gonna go on to the second level. To do this, find an edge with the color that you're looking for. Here is an edge with green and red. Find green and red center and bring that piece towards those colors. So this is green and red, bring it here, and align this color that is on this level to be aligned with that center. So this is green, this is red. That's not right. This is green and green. That is correct. This piece needs to go in here. So we're gonna put this upside down T in front, pointing towards you. Turn this piece away. Do a left trigger. Now you find that this one is out of place. So check that color here, white, red. Red goes at the red center. So red, green, false. Red, red, correct. And right trigger. Now that piece will be in its slot. Another case you can get is where this piece is in between the wrong colors. To get that out, you're gonna use the same method as you get one inside. Right trigger. This one's out again, so it's white, orange. Orange, green is wrong. Orange, orange is correct. And left trigger. Now that piece will be out of its slot right here. This color is already the one on this level. The blue is already aligned to its center. This red needs to go there. So we're gonna face this T towards us, pull that one away, do a right trigger. Here's the white piece, white, red. Red, blue is incorrect, so we're gonna pull that red one back and left trigger. Let's do that with the rest. So this one is stuck in here. So we're gonna do a right trigger, realign white, orange. Orange, green is false. Orange, orange is correct. Trigger. Now that piece will be out. Blue, orange. Orange, blue, wrong. Orange, orange, correct. Pull it away from the side where you want it in. Away. Right trigger. White, blue, blue, orange. Blue, orange is incorrect. Pull it back. Blue, blue is correct. And left trigger. Last one. Let's find it. Green, orange. Orange, red, false. Green, green, correct. Find that T, face it towards you. This one needs to go on your right. So you're pulling it away, doing a right trigger. White, orange, and you need to put that one back in. Orange, green, false. Orange, orange, correct, and a left trigger. And there you will have solved the second layer. Now I'm going to be teaching you a very important part of solving the Rubik's Cube, which is called cube notation. For cube notation, it is basically, have you ever seen those cubing tutorials where they have letters on the papers where you learn how to solve the cube? Those letters mean something. The letters mean for the side you are turning. For the right side, it is this side. R means right, L means left, U means up, F means front. To know which direction you're supposed to turn that side, you will be going on counterclockwise and clockwise. If you're facing this right side when you're holding it, you will be turning it clockwise, that is clockwise. And if it has an apostrophe at the end of the letter, it will be counterclockwise, so an R prime. Same with the left side clockwise is an L, and an L with an apostrophe is counterclockwise. L prime. Same with the front. F is front clockwise. F prime is front counterclockwise. U clockwise is a U. U counterclockwise, U prime. If it has a 2 next to the letter, it is 180 degrees. I'm also gonna teach you how to hold a cube correctly so that your moves are more efficient. So you're gonna hold your thumb in the front like this, and your middle finger is gonna be on the back, same as the other side. The reason why this is important, it makes so that you can turn the upper face more efficiently with your pointer fingers. If you want to turn the right side, you just clockwise, counterclockwise, and F counterclockwise. So make sure you're holding your cube like this. It's a lot more comfortable and you will solve the cube more efficiently this way. Now we're gonna go on to the next step, which is the top cross. You can get 3 different cases: a dot case, a line case, and an L case. You're just gonna be focusing on the center and the edges. You can ignore the corners for now. For this, you're gonna be using an algorithm. To understand this, we're gonna be using cube notation, and cube notation is on the screen right here. The algorithm is for Earth. So it's F clockwise, U clockwise, R clockwise, U counterclockwise, R counterclockwise, front counterclockwise. Then you will get the line case, which you can hold from any direction. The dot case is the same. Hold it from any direction. So, F clockwise, U clockwise, R clockwise, up counterclockwise, R counterclockwise, F counterclockwise. The only top case that you have to worry about the direction you're holding it is this case: edge, center, edge. This edge cannot be held like this. One edge should be pointing away and the other edge should be pointing to your left, back and to your left. Then you can do the algorithm again. F clockwise, U clockwise, R clockwise, U counterclockwise, R counterclockwise, F counterclockwise. And then you will have the cross on the top side. The next step is to solve the yellow corners like this. That's our goal. Let me put it there. One of the cases you can get is a case where the headlights are like this. When you have headlights, you always face the headlights left. In this case, we have 2 headlights, so you just make sure one of them is facing left. Then you're gonna do this algorithm, which is shown here. Right trigger, R, U, R prime, U clockwise, R clockwise, U2, R counterclockwise. Then you'll have a fish. With this case, if you don't have headlights on each side, there's no headlights, but we do have one right here and one right here. So just make sure those little pieces are on the left side. Then do that algorithm again. Right trigger, U, R clockwise, up clockwise twice, R. Last case is the double fish, and you will have a piece on the right and a piece on the left like this. Make sure that piece, this one's on the right, this one's on the left. The one on the left should be on your left on the front, and then do that algorithm again. R, U, R prime, which is a right trigger, U clockwise, R clockwise, U clockwise twice, and R counterclockwise. Now we have our fish. We use the fish The fish's nose should be pointing bottom left. And then you do that same algorithm again. R, U, R prime, which is the right trigger. U clockwise, R clockwise, U clockwise twice. And counterclockwise. Then you will have that fish again. You're just gonna bring that one down to bottom left and do it again. Right trigger, U clockwise, R clockwise, U clockwise twice, and R counterclockwise. And then you will have done the yellow. Okay, the next step is we're gonna be working on the corners. There are two cases you can get. One where these are aligned. If you turn them, they're aligned. And the other two are not aligned. And another one where two are aligned but opposite of each other. And these two are not aligned. For this case where the two are aligned, we're gonna be doing another algorithm. L, counterclockwise, up, clockwise. R, clockwise, up, counterclockwise. L, clockwise, up, clockwise, R, counterclockwise. Then we're gonna do R, clockwise, up, clockwise, R, counterclockwise, up, clockwise, R, clockwise, and then up, twice, R counterclockwise. And in this case, these two are aligned, but opposite from each other. Then you do the same algorithm, but you can hold it from any side. Finally, you are on the last step. You are so close. Hang in there. I know you can do it. For this last step, after you have the corners aligned, make sure those corners are on the right color. The corners. Aligned, 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 and aligned. The most common case for this algorithm that I'm going to teach you now is where one side is solved and the other three edges just have to flip. This one needs to be here, this one needs to be here, this one needs to be here. For this case, you need to turn the solved side to the back and do this algorithm. Front clockwise twice, up clockwise, L clockwise, R counterclockwise, front clockwise twice, L counterclockwise, R clockwise, top clockwise, up clockwise, front clockwise twice. Sometimes it'll solve and sometimes we need to do it again. In this case, we need to do it again. So take that solve side, point it to the back, front, clockwise twice, top, clockwise once, left, clockwise, right, counterclockwise, front, clockwise twice, left, counterclockwise, R, right side, clockwise, up, clockwise, front, clockwise, twice. Another case you can get is first align these corners, and you will find that none of the sides are solved. In this case, you can hold it on any direction as long as the white is facing down, and do that algorithm. Front clockwise twice, up clockwise, left clockwise, or counterclockwise, front clockwise twice, left counterclockwise, right clockwise, top clockwise, front clockwise twice. Now one side should be solved. Face that to the back and do that algorithm. front clockwise twice, up clockwise, left clockwise, right counterclockwise, front clockwise twice, left counterclockwise, right clockwise, top counterclockwise, front clockwise twice. And you just solved the Rubik's Cube. Isn't that amazing? Now you should just stay consistent. You might have to watch this video a few times, but that's okay. Stay consistent. I know you can do it.